Alrighty, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hairymuppet. Man, I am tired at the moment. It's just, oh man, I got some chronic fatigue sort of stuff going on, but yeah, seriously tired. It's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and yeah, I don't know, just chronic fatigue or something like that going on. Trying to figure out what it is, but I am tired at the moment. Probably shouldn't be casting, actually, but I didn't cast yesterday because I wanted to give my wrists a break. And I probably should be giving my wrist a break today as well. But then it'll be like 2 days in a row that I didn't cast anything. I went overboard on the weekend. I cast way too much. Finishing off Fortress Craft and jumping straight into Factorio. And yeah, it seems like I've done a lot. It seems like I thought I'd only done like 3 or 4 episodes, but I've done like 10 of them so far. So has it been? Let me have a look at the bloody update for the actual list. It's the 17th today, and I started casting on the 11th, which was 6 days ago, but it's Tuesday. I don't know. I thought I finished Fortress Craft off. Yeah, I finished Fortress Craft off 6 days ago. So it'd be last Wednesday or something like that. Yeah, that's right, because I had a day off Wednesday. Anyway, let's move on to Mr. Factorio. And yeah, talk about that, because we have been doing some interesting stuff. Basically, so this setup has been going nice and long. I did make a little bit of changes here, I think. Did I? Yes. So I changed this guy to only output uranium when there is less than 2,000 in this thing, because it was up to like 6.6 and it was still making more. And the problem is, this thing doesn't generate 238 very fast, so most of the 238 was actually going towards generating more 235 and not towards actually making fuel cells. And we had like 6,000, 7,000 of these backed up. And I was just like, well, that's just stupid. We're going to end up filling up this chest and we're not going to make as much fuel in the process. So I capped this out. If it gets below 2K, we'll start generating more. But for now, it'll just sit back and all of the 238 will go into making fuel because it's all backed up here completely. So that's about it for that side. Everything else is done. All my research is done except for the stuff that needs space science, which is this power armor, which we don't need, and infinite science. So yeah, I left it going for like a full day, day and a half. The last bit, the nuclear bombs were bit of a pain. 5,000 of each took quite a while, but I let them go and they all finished, so that's good. And now basically this base has almost reached the point of its where it's finished off, where it's just we're happy with it, we're done with it. So we're going to keep using it to build robots because that's easy. We got 40k in here, we got another 500 in here, so that'll be really sweet. So first of all, let's do some basics here. I like to do this. What are we doing? I need iron. Okay, let's get some iron. Now I need stone brick. Yeah, so what I'm doing here is just going to be enhancing this a little bit because I like to have a number of robots in a certain number of occasions. So you are like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then like that. Whoa. No, turn those around. We don't want to fill those up yet. So now we want this guy to be like that, and this guy to be like that. So rotate, rotate. And now we need to get smart displays. So yeah. So what we do here is we just use these to give us different numbers. So prefix. So what do we need? We'll make this guy 200. I don't know if it actually needs power to display properly. I'm guessing it does though. Come on. Let's get power over here, then power over here. Go on. You're gonna You're going to give me something? You're going to write something there? I don't know. There's some way of making it just display text. Oh, actually, we don't need to make it display text. All we need to do is say, how many robots are in there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So you are 200. So these guys are stacks 050. So we want 200 in here. We want 500 in here. Now, you know what? This is, yeah, 500, and then this guy will be 1,000, and this guy will be 2,000. So 200 is the minimum that we will spit out to a particular base. I feel like that's enough. I was thinking that we might need 100, only 100 at a base, but I think that's probably too little. Too little. I was trying to remember if 100 or 1,000 was the base amount that I was using for most bases back in my old mega base, but I have a feeling it's 1,000. So we're going to make 200 a bit here. So these guys are going up. This guy is not, but that'll fill up eventually. I mean, this is 39k, so this will back up pretty fast and then start filling all these guys up. Actually, you know what? Let's do it. So we can do that there. Get that guy. Ah, Q doesn't work on that. Stupid signs. Okay, Q. Where's my red wire? So we're just going to do this real quick. And then what we're going to do is just 100. Okay. Whoa. Whoa. Oh yeah, that's right. That's 2,000. So this one's backed up. This guy will get backed up eventually. You'll get backed up, and then these ones will fill up. So our main focus this episode is going to be setting up a few things. So the first thing we want to set up is our little radar setup. Now, I don't know if I have. Yes, I do. I still have the blueprint. So this guy is a portable radar post. You can put that anywhere you want, and that'll keep charged forever. Basically forever. So got enough solar panels to keep it charged forever. Got enough accumulators to keep it charged in the middle of the night. So what I want is to have all of those things automated. I believe most of them are automated. Let me see. So I definitely, the radars are definitely automated because I saw those before. Now, the substations, I'm not sure about. Yeah, we go. Substations done. So that's 150. Let's take all of those and 50 of those. Let's take all of those. Now, I'm pretty sure that the solar panels and the accumulators are not automated. But what we're going to do is we're going to do those in a separate place because I am also, this episode, going to be automating the advanced solar panels because this base is pretty much done. It was built for research. All the research is done. We're never going to do space science in this one. That is going to be for the mega base. The mega base is going to do all our space science and everything else. So this is basically useless, but we are going to find a use for it in that we are going to be, feeding everything out of this base into these panels. So elite solar panels, elite accumulators. We're going to start building all of those in this base. Now, I'd love it if I could go back to my old mega base and actually find that blueprint that I made for that stuff, but we can just make a new one. I'm sure that's not going to be too much of a pain in the ass. So, yeah, I really should not be casting today. That's alright. We'll get this setup done, and then we'll make it, and then we'll finish it off. So, we'll make it a nice, quick episode. Yeah. So, let's have a think here. So, solar panels. Oh, yeah, the electronic circuits, man. They absolutely freaking killed us, man. And we don't need much for the batteries, do we? No, not many electric circuits anyway. So this guy, yeah, this guy. So what we're going to do here is we're going to have a nice left to right setup that we can expand vertically if we need to. So I'm going to start off with, let's let's push it a little bit. I think we can push it a little bit. I was planning on having 4, but let's do 8. And we can cut some of these off if we're just not getting the resources down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can we start using some of those substations? Yep. So I'll put a substation here. And another one here. Excellent. And now, across to there. Excellent. I think that's excellent. What is your problem? Okay, that's excellent. So you guys are all going to be Mark 1 solar panels, and you need steel and copper. Okay, so let's go ahead and drag some of this stuff out. Yeah, really, I'm feeling tired at the moment, but this will be nice. This will be nice to just leave the game running overnight and have all of these solar panels slowly being built up. It will definitely make me happy to see that happen. There. I don't think we're going to go back and build like 4 belts worth of green circuits. We could, but we would have to expand the amount of iron that we're pumping into the system and the amount of copper that we're pumping into the system and all that sort of crap. Give me some of those as well. Give me some of those. Here we go. So, you are green circuits. And you are steel. And then you are copper. And okay. Oh, that's a bit of a pain. Okay, I guess the steel will go somewhere else. Okay, you can be steel instead. Okay. There we go. That's that done, that's that done, and then we'll just leave that for now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's going to be a lot of solar panels. I don't know if we necessarily need them to be greens. We potentially don't, because I don't think the single yellow belt is going to be able to support 8 of those. But we got them. We might as well use them because we'll be mass producing them at some point in the future. So, what else do we need? So you need electronic circuits. You need the same shit, don't you? Okay. Alright. This is why I had the setup how I did before, because we're not going to put it out in a line, because that's going to, yeah, it's just going to duplicate everything. But what we are going to do is we are going to pull off a separate green line. We're definitely going to pull off a separate green line because, yeah, one green line is enough for all of those guys, but not for anything else. So there we go. There's our second green line. So if everything else of the entire base is shut down, we'll have 2 lines of green circuits ending up being 2 lines of green circuits here. So they should hopefully both be full, I think. Okay. So then, that needs that, and then we need productivity modules for that stuff. So, what did we say? So this is 10, 25. I think it's a half, because this takes 5 of these, so it needs 1 of these made every 5 seconds, one of these is made every 10 seconds. Wait a sec. I'm pretty sure the ratio is we just halve it. I'm pretty sure that's the ratio. That's what I remember. So this guy needs one made. Yeah, so you need twice as many doing the small panels as you do the big ones. Which all makes sense. So now we go up here. Wow, here's an interesting idea. Let's pick up all these guys. Now like this. There we go. We'll reuse this belt. Completely and utterly reuse it. So that'll be in, off. No, that's bad. That's a bad idea to reuse the belt for multiple things because we want the solar panels. We don't want the solar panels to keep going forever. We want the solar panels to end here. And then this will be the new belts. Yep. That'll keep going like that. Now we want 3, 4. A whole bunch of solar panels. I might as well hang on to them for the radar purposes. 2, 3, 4. And then the elites still need this stuff. So 2, 3. So they can both grab it. It did need, yeah, it did. It did need that sort of stuff. Okay, so you guys need to be the intermediates, and you need to be the elites. And productivity modules, they shouldn't be too bad. We'll need some reds here, but we can do that from over here. Okay. So do that there. No, not like that. Okay. So now that one goes under there. And then you need to be like that, and you need to be like that, and you need to be productivity module 1. Excellent. And then we put that there. And you make a bunch of productivity modules, which is excellent. So we've got our first solar panel, we've got these guys, and then we need a big old... yeah, we could make a steel chest, or we could make... let's make a storehouse. Let's just keep them running forever. Running forever. Yeah, that's fine. 5. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So now our first one is being built. Slow as, but that's fine. How many? You're building one every 15 seconds. You need one every 62. So you really don't need to be all that fast. You can be pretty slow if you want to. Okay, so that's that bit done. And yes, we should be building some of those elite solar panels pretty soon. I do not like the way our circuits are going. They're going pretty good here. What's draining them off? Really? How are you being drained off? How are we using blue circuits? How? We should not be using blue circuits for anything, because the only reason we need blue circuits... Ah, yeah, okay. I extended the bus, didn't I? Extended the bus, and extending the bus means that you extend the amount of items you need. And so anyway, that's probably being used up by other things as well, little bits and pieces, but we should get a full solid 2 green belts eventually going all the way down the end, because God knows they aren't needed for anything else. Might be building some radars or substations or something, but they should be done now. Yeah, a few going up here as well. Red circuits obviously needed for the blues. They needed to fill out their own bus, and yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Little few went down here. Really? Oh, yes. For that. Yeah, we're always going to need them for that. That's fine. Okay. 8, 19... don't have quite as many of those. Don't want to self-craft them, because that's crazy. They will take ages to self-craft. Oh, no. I don't want to just pilfer that chest, because that'll take ages to fill back up. So let's just take 50. Now, the second stage, which I think is a little bit easier. Just a little bit easier. Needs a lot of batteries, but batteries don't kill us as much as circuits do. Well, that remains to be seen. Our battery setup isn't super duper, but it's alright. Well, I mean, we're already destroying it slightly just by building the robots. And we're not building a lot of robots, we're building a bit of them. So yeah, this might completely and utterly annihilate our battery production. Which, you know, if it does, it does. You need to move a little bit closer to this direction, so you're not annoying me. Alrighty, so let's do it. Let's put that there. Do the same thing here, and then the same thing here. So you guys are just normal battery, normal accumulators. And then we got some fancy accumulators, and then some big ones. And the big ones don't need anything special. Well, they need red circuits, but red circuits we already got here. And if we get a blue underground, that barely makes it. But barely is enough. So you can go over there. Alright. And our substations are almost taking care of all of the power here, but not quite. Done. Alrighty, so let's have a look, see here. So you need batteries and you need iron. You need batteries and iron and green circuits. I reckon we can steal some green circuits from over here. Assuming we can get them off properly. Ah. Quit. Exit. Ah. I'm guessing the red ones aren't going to be enough. Nope. Nope. Ah, actually, yeah, they will be. Once we underground these, they will definitely be enough. So you need green as well as iron and batteries. Batteries are going to have their own line. Iron is going to have their own line up to this point. And then we will merge them and send them up like that. So that's those, and you just need iron. So we're still going to need to push this guy up, because this will have the iron on it. Okay. Oh, we've done that too close, haven't we? Done that too close. The iron goes up here. You need to be one spot further away, because this line is where all the batteries are going to go. Yeah, and you still need batteries. So let's just drain all those away. This is still taking a surprisingly long amount of time, this episode, but that's probably okay. Now, we've only got one belt of batteries on the bus, so there's no need for any sort of shenanigans where we put a second belt up there, because it would just be a complete waste of time. there's the iron, and then batteries. And we'll just even all these guys out. Even though it means we're going to have to build more bloody blue circuits in the background, let's just do it anyway. So, go here. Thing up the top. Nope, like that. And then do like this. So we get rid of that. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Ah, how did you get up there? Stupid little green circuits. And then we need this guy. Now we don't need this, so technically we can make that a little bit easier. We still do need another storehouse, which needs another bit of stone brick. Excellent. And there we go. Oh, what is going wrong here? Ah, same thing was over there. What the hell? God knows when that happened, but that was definitely been screwing up my productivity. So there we go. Job done. So yes, you're definitely more than fast enough. You should be working. Well, I suppose it's not working because we only had half of these running before. Although all of these are working now, so that should produce more. And yeah, hopefully that should be good. You need iron and you need batteries. There you go. Come on, let's see some green lights. There we go. Green lights, excellent. And you... Still dragging them up into here, but eventually, if all these machines start running at full speed or keep running at full speed, then there should be enough. We can always drain off some of this left-hand belt to go into there, but we're already draining some of it off for these, and we're draining some of it off for the production thing, so I just do not know. I just do not know. We kind of need like 2 belts, 2 full yellow belts just for this guy. It's hard, though. It's hard to do that. It's like 1.5 belts here, half a belt over there. Because this guy is not using up. He's only using up half a belt, basically. No, it's still going up. So it's using up more than half a belt. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what to do about that. But we're going to let it go for now. It's producing. This guy's starting to get shoved some things. If only 5 or 6 of these run at a time, then so be it, I guess. And I guess I'm going to do some offline work with regards to... Oh, that's right. So, we've got our thing. We're going to put that guy right there. And here is going to be our radar. Put him here, actually, so it's a little bit easier to see. So this is going to be our radar. Now, we need to have access to these guys so that we can build our radar. So you are a single stack, and you are a single stack. Okay. There we go. So that'll give us access to that, and we've already got the other bits we need. So now we can just go back whenever we need, pick up a bunch of accumulators and solar panels. And that should be excellent. So 29-minute mark, I feel like this is a pretty decent episode. And I feel like I am definitely going to finish it off here. Let's get rid of this stupid set of belts. I love how fast my bots are now. They're just insanely fast, even without the infinite research. It's very, very awesome. So there we go. You filled up already? No. Must have missed a couple. But Yeah, you'll be filled up very, very soon. 35. This guy's a bit slower, of course, because of the green circuits. But that's it. The next step here is going to be setting up radar outposts. You're still not filled up? Still filling this guy up. Yeah, taking 3 grand out of that. Definitely took its toll. So that's going to take a while to fill up, and then it'll start to backfill these guys. But I'm not worried about that. So, let's go ahead and finish this episode off. We're going to do some radar scouting. We're going to start to look at picking our bases, and we're going to spread out. Like, what I could do when I build my mega base is I could make like this green circuit. So I probably will, because that looks very decent. And then if there's an iron here, I could make that iron, and I could make this one like iron gears. I could make this one petroleum or something, because that's pretty decent amount of coal. But that's pretty squishy, to be honest. All of those bases that close together is pretty squishy. We want to spread out. I'm talking about from here to here is aiming to be the minimum distance that I do stuff. Even if there's a base here and a base here and a base here and a base here, and I can use them all, I'm just going to ignore them and just spread out, because we want a lot of freedom to build big train bases. And I think at this point I'm going to make it a rule that every single station has a waiting area. So you may have seen my waiting areas in Bob's Mods, and maybe when I did the Mega Base overview, I had waiting areas for a few trains, for a few stations, but not for all of them. Some of them I just said, screw it. We don't need this guy that much. I'm not making a waiting station to this guy. No more waiting stations for everything. I'm going to have a big old station template with a waiting area of like 8 spots for every single station. Because, I mean, all we're increasing is the distance that trains have to travel. And that increases the time it takes to deliver stuff. And it doesn't matter. It absolutely 100% doesn't matter. You could send a train on a 10-minute train journey, and it doesn't matter. The only difference that it makes if you have a 1-minute train journey and a 10-minute train journey is that you need more trains in the system to make up for that. Your mine is still producing at the same speed, which means, and you're still taking in resources, using resources at the same speed, so you just need more trains. That's it. You just build bigger waiting areas, you have more trains available, you have to use up a little bit more fuel to keep them fueled, but that's nothing. We've got unlimited resources, we can chuck rocket fuel into them, or, we do have nuclear locomotives. I probably will use those, actually, and then I'll have some sort of uranium base, and I'll chuck uranium fuel into them, and yes, I'll have some really big waiting area right next to a really big uranium depot. Not this one. This one is a piece of crap. I'm going to find a really, really big chunk of uranium ore, and I'm going to be building fuel like you would not believe. Have a much nicer setup than this, all robot based. And yes, we're going to have uranium fuel out to all the trains. Speaking of which, maybe we should be building nuclear trains. What do the nuclear trains need? They need copper, and they need advanced circuits. I feel like we'll still have that stuff here. Yeah, we should. Okay, so you are no longer building those, you are now building these. And we get rid of that, and we open that up quite a bit. Copper, yeah. Get another one of these. Engines. Oh, wait a sec. Wait a sec. Oh, shit. Okay, never mind. Needs electric engines instead of normal engines. So we can't do that. Where this has to be a normal engine one. So let's... Okay. God damn it. Freaking pain in the ass. Alright, so we gotta manually put it in here. There we go. So that'll be nicely backed up now. You have got the wrong thing. Alright, excellent. So, nuclear locomotives. Maybe we can do that real quick. I feel like we can squeeze that in where the robots are. Where's the robots are? Because what do you need? Electric engines, check. Steel, check. Copper, no check. Red things, check. So, you can go here quite happily. All you are missing is copper. And I feel like getting some copper up here is not going to be a pain in the ass at all. So, nuclear, there we go, copper. Where's our nearest copper? We've got some over here, don't we? Let's just use that. And there we go, nuclear locomotives. I don't think there's anything else crazy mod related that we need. We should have fluid wagons built. We should have cargo wagons built. Roboports, I'm pretty sure, are being built. Yeah, I think we ran through this before, and I couldn't see anything then. The other main thing we're going to need a lot of that we're not building is these guys. But these guys require warehouses, which require wooden chests, which I don't got wood automated. And I don't think it's possible to have wood automated in this particular game. Actually, let's get rid of you and let's put you up there. Just so it's not weird or anything. Geez, that made 5 really fast. What's your problem? Electric engines. Okay. Well, it's using the electric engines after they get taken by these guys, so that's fine. Happy for it to use up a ton of electric engines if it doesn't, you know, steal it off these guys. Because robots are still important, even though we got like 500k of them or something like that. Anyway, that's me done. I am going to log off here and finish this video off. Thank you very much for watching, and we will be seeing a lot more of the map in the next episode. I will run around and I will put radars everywhere. Yeah. Let's start grabbing some solar panels and some accumulators for that. This blueprint. 8 solar panels and 6. Let's chump that up a bit. Give me 100 at a time. Yeah, okay. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys later.